I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game, and it's free. Click the link down there.
DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Well, it's a new day in America. We got a new president. Donald Trump has won the presidency, and I want to share this message with y'all. This is something I've been sharing on Snapchat for the last month and a half, but it's something that I feel I want to put out for everybody to hear, because this is really important with all the stuff that's going on politically. And I'm not a political person. This is not a political video, actually. What I talk about, for those who don't know, I talk about discipline, confidence, mental toughness, working on your game. And what I'm going to share with you here today, when it comes to what happened in the presidential election, I'm going to relate it to those topics. So listen up to what I got to say here. 4 simple points that all of you need to follow from today moving forward. You should have been following them before today, but from today moving forward, if you didn't know, you need to follow these 4 points for the rest of your life. Here's point number 1. If you were a fan of, let's say, Barack Obama, or you wanted Hillary Clinton to win the election and you didn't want Trump to win, let me tell you something that you probably should know if you think about it. When Obama won in 2008, he won again in 2012, that didn't save your life. It didn't cause your business to become successful. It didn't make your muscles any bigger. It didn't make you jump higher. It didn't make your kids any smarter. It didn't make you do better in school. And guess what? Donald Trump winning in 2016 is not going to end your life. It's not going to shut down your business. It's not going to make you lose inches off your vertical. It's not going to make you less pretty. It's not going to make you any more smart or less smart. All that matters is that there's a new president. There's a new president, but that government official, that senator, that House of Representatives person, the mayor, the president, no government official can save your life. All right, you had to go to work on Monday, you went to work on Tuesday, you still got to go to work on Wednesday. If you were in school yesterday, you got to go to school today. If you had to get new customers for your business to be successful 2 weeks ago, you still got to get customers for your business to be successful 2 weeks from now. Your life as a whole is not going to change so much just because there's a new president. If you weren't working hard before, I don't know are you going to start working hard now? Your life is still your life, and it's still your responsibility. No government official is ever going to save your life. Here's point number 2. You must prioritize your own success. Knowing that since no government official can save your life, you got to prioritize you. Y'all been on an airplane before. Y'all know what they say on the airplane. If the oxygen mask drop, you got to put the oxygen mask on your face first. Make sure it's secured. Make sure everything's good for you. Then you can help out your daughter. Then you can help out grandpa. Then you can help out the person 3 rows ahead of you who's on a respirator. But you got to take care of you first. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. And if you start taking care of other people before you take care of yourself, you're putting yourself in a precarious, dangerous position. Put yourself in a good position by taking care of your own success. That way, it doesn't matter who wins the presidency. It doesn't matter who the new senator is. It doesn't matter what's going on in politics, unless you're in politics. All that matters is you taking care of yourself, you taking care of your family. You put yourself in a position to have control. Put yourself in a position to have power. And I talk about this on my podcast. Actually, about a week ago, I talked about this. No control, no power. It wasn't even a week ago. So look that up if you haven't heard it. Third thing you need to understand, that what happened here, let's say if you were a Hillary supporter, you voted for Hillary, maybe you went and campaigned for her and she didn't win. Or maybe you wanted Obama to win in 2008, you wanted him to win in 2012. Maybe you wanted Hillary to keep the tradition going of Democrats winning because Barack and Michelle supported Hillary and now Trump won. Maybe you're for Trump. Maybe you're really happy that Donald Trump won. Maybe you voted for Gary Johnson, the independent guy, or whatever you did. Understand that this right here that happened today, this is called life. Sometimes in life, things happen the way that you want them to. Sometimes things happen the way that you don't want them to, but life will always continue. You woke up today, you watching this video, you're still breathing. You can still hear, see, feel, touch, and taste. Hopefully, you still got to take care of yourself. And this takes me to my last point. This is point number 4. Stop putting so much emphasis on things which you don't control. Don't put too much energy, time, focus, money, attention on things which you don't control. You don't control the presidential outcome. You don't control the presidential election. Now, yes, you can go and have your say as a voter, but listen, after you vote, you still don't control anything else that happens. Most of what happens, you have no control over. So let's say you were going for Hillary and Trump won, or maybe you were just really against Trump. You didn't care who won, as long as it wasn't Trump, but he won. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? You're going to go run and hide for the next 4 years? You're going to go hide under your bed, never come outside? You're going to shut your business down? You're going to stop taking care of your kids? You're going to stop going to the gym? You're going to stop working on your game? You don't want to play basketball anymore because Trump won? You still got to take care of yourself. You still got to run your business. You still got to run your life. You still got to prioritize your own success. So just because this outcome happened, which you had no control over, doesn't mean anything changes for you. So what you need to focus on, I'm going to recap these points, but what you need to focus on is prioritizing your success. That's the most important thing, because when you prioritize your success, You're taking care of it no matter who's in Washington. It doesn't matter who wins any election. You may pull for them. You may be happy if somebody wins and sad if somebody else wins. But it doesn't really control your life when you prioritize your success. When you're successful enough, you're not looking at the president saying, hey, President Obama, help me. Hey, Donald Trump, help me out. Hey, Senator, y'all got to help me. Hey, we got to vote because they got to help us out. It's costing us too much money. I'm not making enough money. My business is not working. Listen, the political people ain't going to save you. All right? No politician is going to save your life. I'm not going to save your life. Your mom's not going to save your life. Your husband's not going to save your life. You got to save your life. If your life needs to be saved, you got to prioritize your life. So put yourself in a position you don't even have to be saved. But let me give you these 4 points one more time, because I want to make this quick. Number one, assuming you didn't want the outcome to happen today, or maybe you wanted the outcome 4 years ago, or 8 years ago, or 20 years ago, whoever you've ever pulled for politically, understand that that politician did not save your life. They didn't start your life. They're not going to send a check to your business. They're not going to pay for your funeral if you die. They're not going to get your kids into college. You got to do all that stuff. No politician is going to save your life. No politician is going to end your life. Stop giving them the power over your happiness, your success, and your actions. Point number two, prioritize your own personal success. That's the most important thing you got to get out of this video. You prioritize your success. It doesn't matter who wins, who loses, what this guy said, what that person said, what somebody else posted on Instagram. None of that stuff matters as long as you prioritize your own success. So what you need to start thinking about is putting an oxygen mask on you first. Once that's secured, then you can start paying attention to everybody else. But until you're 100% sure that mask is secure, don't pay attention to what everybody else is doing, because guess what? Those politicians who are in those elections and in those debates, whether they won or lost, none of them is prioritizing your success more than they're prioritizing their own. Think about it. Point number three, understand that sometimes in life things don't happen the way that you want them to happen, especially things that you don't have control over. You don't control 99.9% of the presidential election. You have no control over what's going to happen. Now, maybe the person you wanted to win wins, you're happy. Person you didn't want to win wins, you're upset. But listen, you had no control over that outcome, which brings me to point number four. Stop putting energy into things you don't control. If you don't control something, you have no power over it. It should have no power over you. I don't control who wins the presidential election. It has no power over it. I'm not happy or sad about it. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Something I can talk about. I can relate to other people on this topic, but it doesn't make me happy or sad because it's not going to change my life. Because guess what? I had to do some work yesterday so I could build my business. I got to do some work today, and I got to do some work tomorrow. I went to the gym yesterday. I went to the gym today. I got to go to the gym tomorrow. You got kids. You got to feed your kids yesterday. You got to feed them today. You got to feed them tomorrow. It doesn't matter who the president is. You still got to go to work. Are you going to go hide under your bed because the wrong person won? Are you going to rejoice and start working harder because the person you wanted to win won? If they did, then what you need to do is look in the mirror and ask yourself, why does it take that person, something you don't control, someone you don't even know, doing something in order for you to start taking your own life seriously or to stop taking your life seriously? That's something you need to look in the mirror at. That's how it relates to what I talk about, and that's called work on your game. For those who don't know, my name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day. And I don't want to take up too much time because all y'all need to get back to your business, your kids, your school, your family, and prioritizing your success. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
Yes.
Testing. 1, 2. Sound check. Test.